grabbing some things to get myself ready. If you could tell my title, we're working on a new quilt today. What does that mean with the old quilt that we were working on? It's finished. It's over there on my design wall. Yep. I finished it up actually this morning because I slept really well last night and I got up again super early. So right now, if you notice, the title says, "Hey y'all, boo!" And the reason why it says that is because that is what I'm calling this quilt. I'm going to call it that. It is using Lella Boutique's Hey Boo fabric. Good morning, Joydy. As you know, I was looking for scraps of Hey Boo to do this quilt. And while putting that out there, right, I did receive some Hey Boo fabric from a Ginger Quilter box. Good morning, Annette. And I thought, oh, I could probably do it. And then I started cutting it out and realized that it just was not enough. So, and why I say that is because I'm kind of designing this as I go, but I have the block already, you know, I already have the block formed. I'm going to show it to you. So then I pulled out, like this came in my bundle. So then I pulled out a pink solid that matched the stars in this. I have no Hey Boo pumpkins to add to this, so it's just going to be pumpkin free. And I'm still going to be short about 4 blocks maybe, but we are just going to have to just go with it. Good morning, Barb. Just, yeah, checking in for a moment. Well, thank you for checking in. As a matter of fact, I have to change my chat to all chat. There we are. And so that's what I'm working on. I'm going to wait for a little bit before I unveil the quilt. And I unveil this pattern here that I am just kind of making up as I go. Then I found some other fabric that isn't Hey Boo fabric, but it does say Boo on it. And there is some gray in the notes of this. So we're just going to add some witches in here. You know, it's Halloween. We're going to add some witches to this cauldron. So I'm going to lay this down. And I will, so this block that I am currently sewing is 4 parts. It's this part, this one, and this one. And I will give you all the cutting instructions. Just like a professor lecture, quilt lecture on how to make this pattern. Oh, I cannot wait to finally be able to purchase the Electra Quilt 8. So then I could just kind of show it to you and then you can, yeah, that will be something else. So what I'm doing is I'm making a 4 patch, but now let me see how I'm making my 4 patch. Here it is. Good morning, Yesenia. Good morning, Joyce. So I don't know if you can see, that's the 4 patch. And these are the dimensions. And I'm using a Hey Boo panel, which is behind me. And when I cut this up, I'm just doing the traditional move a, here, let me put it on a design board. So I cut them in groups of 4, the fabric in groups of 4. And let me see, I'm already putting this wrong. Here we are. There is no seams nest, or like in the pattern forming. Nothing is matching, no matching seams. Yes, I know the witch is going this way, but in the quilt, it may be going this way because we are rotating these blocks. So do I want to ghost there? Probably not. I'll probably move this to actually this. No, I don't want that there. I could be sitting here moving all day. Something like that. And then hopefully the ones below it will be different. So my first set of 4 groups I have in this little chain piece, and then that would be my second. And what I'm doing is I figured out, if you bought this Layla Boutique panel and you want to do it, or maybe you just want to put a block of your favorite Halloween like print in that, you know, you need, according to this, I wrote I need 39 blocks. I do not have 39 blocks cut up. I cut up all my Hey Boo fabric. So I will be short, and you know what? We may just make do with what we have and see what happens. You know I'm all about making do. So what does that say? I'm sorry. Good morning. I'm actually, hold on. I'm actually awake. It's 4 a.m. in California. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for joining us. Hi, Dawn. I went through the Soft Site website last night for a little bit. Actually, I spoke to Lynn and Mr. Fix-It last night after our live. They are doing well, and they are cruising. I tried to encourage her to enjoy her vacation and not worry so much, and told her that we would all be here. When we talked, she had mentioned that I could give you the codes during my live. So in case if you did not catch it last night, which I think all of you did, her store, good morning, Andrea. Her store is on sale for 25% off most items. It does exclude specialty boxes, gift cards, custom orders, and make me laugh and swag. And here, I should write down soft squares on the top of this, so you know what this is. This is her coupon code. Right here. And if you purchase $20 or more, you're getting this storage case gifted to you. So I told her I'd put in some shameless plugs while she's gone. Keep her alive for a little bit. You know, it's so important for all of us to take the time off we need from work and from home life and be out. So it's good for our body, our mind, our souls, our hearts. It's good to feel rejuvenated. Sometimes we come back from vacation feeling rejuvenated. Sometimes I come back from vacation needing a vacation because I was so busy. So, but if you missed last night, that is the coupon code and the free gift that she's offering. So when I went on her website last night, because I never finished that thought, she's got a lot of patterns, 800 patterns. I went on there. So I added patterns to my wish list for my family. You know, it's getting to the holiday season, and some work staff, and some, you know, family always wants to know what I want. So I'm just going to send them over there. She has some really nice things. And I know she said she has a lot more to upload. I didn't go through all the fabric because I just didn't. I was tired last night. All right. So I have now my third grouping of this. We're getting close to me wanting to show you the finished, and I think I'm gonna keep the name. Well, no, that's right, I didn't have a name for this. Well, maybe we'll figure something out. We may figure something out. I may put up a poll. Let's call this. What should we call this? All right. So I have some. Let's get to know each other. I have a couple of things here. What is your favorite food or veggie? What is your favorite fruit or veggie? Let's see. So here, I put this on here. Oh, yes, you go right ahead. She's got classes. She starts much earlier than I. So I'm going to start mixing up these blocks here. And let's see. I'll leave that like that. And we'll put this like that. So what is your favorite fruit or veggie? And I'm going to bring this closer because this is very far. I have to figure out a way I could get comments closer to me. Oh, yes. Have a great day, Annette. Take care. Avocado. Ooh, guava. I love guava too. Guava and mango. Those are my two top ones. Honeydew. Good morning, Deb. So, and I will go through everything that people have missed. I would say around 7:30. We're at 7:15. So in 15 minutes, I will show you my finished quilt, show you the coupon code again, and show you what I am working on. As far as this, we're designing as we go. One of the questions of the day is, what is your favorite fruit and or vegetable? So you could tell me both if you want. For vegetable, mango. Oh, it's hard though, but I love coconut and pineapple. So I'm a tropical girl. I love tropical fruits. As far as veggies, believe it or not, I do love me some asparagus. Asparagus is yummy to me. Oh no, but I'd say eggplant first, then asparagus. You see, I can't tell you, you know, I just love food. And it's probably not good that I'm talking about food as I am hungry. So now, this is a quick sew. I have a feeling like this is a quick sew for me. Pineapple and mango. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Love that. Here. Mango and asparagus. Yeah. Those are two yummy. I don't know what they taste like together, but those are yummy ones. I had an asparagus strudel at an Oktoberfest one year, and it was to die for. It was like asparagus with Gruyere cheese. So yummy. So yummy. Definitely eggplant. Ooh, watermelon. I love watermelon. Pineapple, mango. See, Joydy's having the same problems as I am. It's hard to pick just one. Ooh. Oh, that's a good food to eat. Yeah. So what is then now, this is going to lead up to non-food, but what is your favorite quilt? Like your favorite quilt, I said quilt block, but I don't know if that's the right word, because we have small quilt blocks, right, that make a big quilt block. So what I'm talking about is a small one, like a half square triangle or a quarter square triangle or a traditional 4-patch or, you know, the like the little tiny elements that would maybe go in a big block, maybe, but we also make them in a big block too, right? For potatoes, but I can't eat. Spikes my sugar. Oh, yes. But you can have sweet potatoes, right? Isn't that like you can't have white potatoes, but you could have sweet potatoes, Joyce? I don't know. Or am I making that up? I don't know. In a lot of diets that I've tried over the years, they say, you know, don't eat the white potatoes because it spikes your sugar, but you can have sweet potatoes. I have to look at my cheat sheet. Even though I kind of designed it. And here, this is what I'm sewing, currently sewing this block. I mean, I didn't design, you've seen this kind of block in numerous quilts. I mean, this is not earth-shattering here, but that's what I'm using as my block. Flying geese, half square triangle. That's true, yeah. Not as much starch, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're gonna put this one here and move. Oh, someone's out there beeping. Not from me. Oh, I don't want that orange. Well, I think I have this combo, but we're gonna go with it. Here we are. And then one of the last ones that I have is, if you hit the lotto, I don't play lotto. I should play lotto. I really should play lotto because I have a good lotto story, actually. Let me go tell you my lotto story, and then I will lean into the question. Dog walking duties this morning. Have a wonderful day, everyone. You too. So, my Grammy, who had flown to Texas every time I had my kiddos, and I named my featherweight after her, Josefina. My Grammy, unfortunately fell ill and needed basically 24-hour nursing care in a nursing facility, and I could not do that because she took care of me all my life, right? I mean, my parents were there, but you know, we'd always go downstairs, and we lived where, you know, my grandparents lived on the first floor. We had the apartment on the second floor. The whole family lived right together, but in different apartments. And so, you know, we spent every day we were at Grammy's house, right? Before school, after school care, right? Until the parents came home. And as an adult, she flew every time I was pregnant, which was 3 times, right? Because I have 3 kids. And spent almost, the first time she didn't spend the entire pregnancy, but the second one I had issues. And so she stayed with me because I needed nursing care. And then the third one, she just came because she just loved just being. And so I said, no, we're not sending her anywhere. And I took responsibility, and I had hospice care, and I had other people that would come because I was working. And at that time I was working across the street, actually. So it was very convenient. And when she passed on, which was very quick because they gave me 4 months, but it happened like in 3 weeks. It was my birthday, my very first birthday, and I wanted a serger, but I couldn't afford the serger. It was a Walmart serger, brother, and I couldn't afford it. And so on my birthday, I tend to play lotto on my birthday, and I played the numbers, and I don't even know how to do that, but I played my birthday numbers on my birthday. And do you know that it hit straight and combo? So she used to play the lotto. She was like the queen of lotto. So I actually play on my birthday, kind of like honoring her thing, right? So I played my birthday on my birthday, never thinking in a million years that it would ever come up. And sure enough, it did. And I bought my serger because I bought a combo ticket and a straight ticket. And so I have fond memories. That's the one and only time. Well, not one and only time. I think I hit something on my birthday once before too. I do believe I did at one point. And so my story is with that lotto money, actually by hitting it straight in New York and combo, I had enough money to buy the better serger at Walmart, right? Because I think they had 2 models, and I ended up buying the better serger. Unfortunately, when I was moving, the top where the 4 little holes go to feed in broke. So I have to fix that, see if I can buy the part. But that is what I bought, right, with my Lotto money. I think it was under, I don't know, maybe $300-400 with both tickets. I see a bunch of new faces here. Hi, Crazy. Do you watch the talk? Oh, I don't know what this is. Bye, Dawn. Do you quilt? Yes. Good morning, Crazy. They want to know, do you quilt? So that is what I did with my little. Now, if I was to win $1 million, I don't know. I have no idea what I would do, but I definitely buy some quilty stuff. So with my Lotto winnings that one time, I bought that serger, and to this day, when people's like, "Oh, you got a serger," I was like, "Yes, my Grammy bought that from me from above." Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Joydy, either. That's your call, you and Deb's call. So the question is, if you hit the lotto, what would you buy for your quilting hobby? Or maybe you don't quilt and your hobby in general. We'll let it go for a little bit, Deb and Joydy, and see what happens. All right? On the other. I think we're talking about the same thing. We're talking about 509, right? Yeah. So we'll let it ride. So yes, so if you hit the lotto, it doesn't have to be $1 million. As you saw, I won a small amount, but I did end up buying something for my quilting hobby. Oh, and the reason why I wanted a serger is because I was watching Simply Quilts, and I remembered some episode where it says quilting, using your serger in quilting. And I did do the project as far as like the technique. I have it hanging on my wall downstairs in my bedroom right now. And it's okay because I didn't have a long arm, so it was a way for me to get my quilts together. But it's not my preference. Oh, that's a great story. Hey, it happens from above. It does. It does. That serger came from above on my birthday. I went the very next day. And I knew that night, right? Because here I think they call, I don't even know when they call it, but I want to say they call it before 8 o'clock. And I went after, and I think the very next day I went and bought that serger I wanted. To this day, it chokes me up because my grandma and I, well, you've met my other grandmother. We're close. But my other grandmother didn't live with us, right? And this one did. A Juki or a Janome. It was a brother. It was a Walmart special, a brother serger. And I think they had 2 brother sergers at that time. One was a little bit more manual, and then the one I ended up buying because I had enough money was the one that was like an automatic something, but it's not really automatic, but it said easier, easier threading, glides better, I don't know, yada, yada, yada. I won't ever get, and it's rusting and everything, and I've oiled it. Actually, I need to pull it out. I need to oil it again and find the parts and fix that. I just don't use it that much. When I did costuming, I did a lot of costuming when I won that. Not only was it for quilting, but I did a lot of costuming for my son because, he's in musical theater. So always the shows he was in. And I don't do clothing, but I do costumes. I use the serger quite a bit. Go thrift store shopping, and then you just kind of embellish what you have. Okay, so this is one. See, yeah. We're gonna just go with this like this. My two brothers' sewing machines are from Walmart. Yup. Oh, what you would buy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andrea. Yes, that's what you would buy, a Juki or a Janome. Okay. I use my serger a lot when sewing garments. Yeah, that's where well, mine just did costumes. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. Good morning, Melanie. My two brother, yes. And well, my other brother, the brother I bought before the serger. I had saved money to buy that. That was the Project Runway version of Brother at Walmart. I had bought that, but it was like the quilting package. It said quilting, but I think it was like, it also said Project Runway or something like that. And I actually just gave that away. A friend of mine had called, and she's going through a rough patch in life, and she wants to pick up sewing to see if it could help her. And it's so needed, right? So she had asked me, what should she buy from Walmart? And I said she shouldn't buy anything from Walmart. She should come to my house. And I said, I'm going away, but this was a couple weeks ago, but outside on my table, you will see a sewing machine there with everything you asked for. So she has it in her home now. And it was a sewing machine that I was going to actually send to Annette, but it was just going to cost me too much. I'd rather just give her other stuff that she may need. I know she needs sewing machines. And I do have a sewing machine that a staff member just sent me. She has it in her car. I have to pick it up today. It's a little lighter, so that one I may be able to ship to Annette. I would definitely spend a little money on better storage in my sewing room. Those are good machines. They are good machines. I have a white brand serger that I got from Hancock back in the 90s. Still works. Good morning, Rhonda. Did I miss Rhonda? Oh, yes, I did. Good morning, Rhonda. I thrift one to my daughter. So yes, so it's interesting you said that, because you saw my two 401s, right? I'm still working on one of them. Still working on getting one of them to get fixed. But I do have one that I have working, and my daughter is going to take the other 401 when she has a little bit more space. And I'm going to find or give her my table that has the knee, like you hit it with your knee and it starts your sewing machine, because she can't have a traditional pedal back and forth. And her dad bought her a brother, I think from Walmart, embroidery / sewing machine, but it doesn't go through stuff to make bags. So she makes bags, beautiful bags. I'm not a bag maker. And she said she was having a tough time. So I told her, don't you worry. I got something that has some designs, and I think you can use it with your knee. Because I guess the embroidery machine has a button where you can start. Well, this one does too. If you don't use a foot pedal, the start and stop button. I've had no success using them. I really have had no success using them. So for me, it's a thing. So now here is another. Oh, I did all my 3 questions. Look at that. All right. Oh, we're past time. I promised you at 7:30. So let's unveil. Let me just finish sewing this one section. Promise. That's what I tell my husband. That's what I tell my honey all the time. I say, oh yeah, I'll eat breakfast. Let me just put these 2 seams in and I'll be right down. And it's funny because he'll tell me, oh, just sit here and watch the rest of this game. It only has 2 minutes left. And I said 2 minutes in football time is like forever. And then we laugh. So now the joke is 2 seams for me could take a while because I get distracted and then on to other things. So I'm short one. I have to somehow I'm missing something here. Because I have one extra piece. I'm sure I miscut somewhere. All right, so let's go over to the design wall. Let me make sure that, oops. There we are. So I have, all those are the Hey Boo pieces. This is my Hey Boo panel. Now these panel pieces are smaller than those pieces, that block that I just created. I am actually going to border every panel piece because I rated this out of my Halloween mega box that Natalie sent me. I started ironing and I saw it said Layla Boutique Hey Boo, and I'm like, oh, really? And I didn't know this was part of the line, so I jacked it out of that box. I'm gonna have to replace it with some other black. I don't care. I need Hey Boo fabric because I want to finish this. So I'm gonna border all these blocks with this because there's a good chunk. And so here is the panel. So this is gonna go into that quilt. And we'll put this aside because I ironed this morning. So here we go. And I only, while we were talking, I only have one section. Then I'm out of Hey Boo fabric. We'll see what we can do with what I got. I know we can do a lot. So goofy reveal. Class starts in 20. I want to try making bags someday. I've made two. I have made two and they didn't come out. They came out. Actually, I get a lot of compliments. I think I'm harder on myself. So here it is. There is the quilt. Ooh, we are tilting. So as you can see, we have like this windmilly every oh so often. I have some like freakouts going on over here. It's all good. I actually like it. I was a little worried because these two didn't turn, and I actually really like it. So I'm happy with it. What I did was I took the leftover of my fat quarters. Remember I said I had leftover, and you know you could use a fat eighth instead of a fat quarter. Well, I used the leftover, and I just pieced them together to make the border. And exactly, this is what my piece was. Here, I'll even show you my leftover piece on both sides after I put was this much. And so again, I will let you know how much fabric I use. And then these little teeny skinny pieces were the white. There was 3 white jelly roll strips that were in this jelly roll. So what I did is I just cut them in half, so it made this 1 1/4 inch, and I just went with it. I just went with it because I needed every stitch of fabric I can get. So again, this was using a junior, someone asked me yesterday, a junior jelly roll. This was a junior jelly roll that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. Then I added to the junior jelly roll 2, see these light ones, this one and this one, 2 light fat quarters. And then I had added 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And then I added 5 darker colors that matched this jelly roll because I didn't have matching fabric from this line. So 5 additional fat quarters, which gave me the skinny part, which is 1.5 inches, right? These were 1.5 inches, and this border. So Again, it was a junior jelly roll and 7 fat quarters out of my stash. That is it. Again, this little skinny white part was not part of the fat quarter because I used every last bit of it. This came out of the jelly roll. And I cut that in 1.25 inches. So what we have is 2.5-inch strips, 1.5-inch strips, and this little thing is I just cut my jelly roll in half, which is 1.25 inches. So what did this turn out to be? This turned out to be 51 by, so it's a good size lap quilt. 51 by 69. Wow, 69 keeps coming up. 51 by 69. Wait till Gina sees this on replay. She can't contain herself. Yes. So that I thought was a good size. I think, and it's so fall-like. Like I just want to like put this on my couch and cuddle up in it. It's not going to happen. It's not going on my couch. It's definitely not. But being that I just came up with this pattern, this particular quilt, I am going to put in, remember I said I'm going to be in a gallery. I'm going to put this up for sale in the gallery so that I can continue with my hobby. And also, because if I sell this one, maybe I can get the EQ8 so I can actually put the pattern on, put this pattern in it and figure out how to use EQ8 and get a pattern out. So again, if you want to do this junior jelly roll, 7 fat quarters, 5 dark, 2 light, and that's it. That's what this used. I give it 100+ extra credit. Well, thank you. That's awesome. I thought of Gina immediately. Yes, Joy, even though you did, right? You're the one who had the number. Goody, goody reveal. All right. So that's where we are with that. So then you know what? I'm going to take this down. So this is going to have to be long arms. I even think I have a 108 from Laundry Basket 108. Let me get it out because it's right here. Oh, no, it isn't a 108. What is this? It isn't a 108. I think this was just super cheap one day, and I know I got it from Fat Quarter Shop. So look at this. I think this will go good with it. And let's see. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to match, but I feel like it gives it the same vibe. I actually bought that for a Laundry Basket quilt that I did one of her quilts, her mystery quilt. Maybe what I should do is put this on the long arm with her mystery quilt and then piece for this quilt because I bought a lot. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I think so. It kind of gives me the same. It's nice. What do we think? And I don't even know what this is called. Let's see if it has. I just don't have anything really that would be a backing for this. And the only thing I could think of was this. Yeah, this is Andover fabric created by Adita Sitar. And the line doesn't say, but it says from 2017. But I bought this last year, so it must be an oldie but goodie. So I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to pull this out. And then that may be the backing for this. I don't know. Let me see if I find anything else. All right, so we have this. What else have I been working on? I've also been working on sets right here, sets of 4. Here's one. This is the mega box from the Ginger Quilter. And I'm behind because I got my box a little later because I ordered it after the fact and she didn't have any, so she made up a box for me in a way, sort of way. So you were supposed to have all your strips cut. All my strips were not cut, so I'm cutting strips as I go. and putting them together as I go. And then this week she launched a video on her channel yesterday, and you're putting them in strips of 4. So that is what we're going to do. Well, that is what I'm going to do. And then, so right now, that leads me to what I'm working on, and it's the Hey Y'all Boo. That's what I'm going to call this one. Oh, let me show you the pattern. I showed you the block. I didn't show you the layout. And this layout may have to change due to lack of boo fabric and lack of anything I can pull from my stash at the moment. I don't have anything that matches. Though I did find that pink. I was happy. So can you kind of see that? So what's happening here is in each one of these graph paper blocks, that's a panel piece, and then that will be one of the blocks I just created. And then I have a whole nother row of created blocks and panels, and they're just kind of, let's see, it's kind of just doing its own thing there. Good morning, Nikki. So that is what I am working on today, but unfortunately I am going to have to stop here soon because I have to get ready. So last thing before I go, if anybody needs, this is the Soft Squares code for 25% off of most things. It excludes specialty boxes, gift certificates, custom orders, make me laugh, and swag. And on top of this, if you purchase $20 or more, she's just going to throw this in for free. You do not need a coupon code for this. Giovanna's on here. Oh, I can't leave anytime. Hold on. Because I have been following Giovanna. Yes. Hi, Sharon. I've been following Giovanna. So, here, I'll put this here. Sorry, I'm so happy that Giovanna's on here. I have been so worried about her and her community. And Giovanna, my heart goes out to you and your community. Thank you for all those wonderful volunteers helping you out. So I have been in the same boat as, well, I have witnessed the same stuff that Giovanna has been witnessing. If you go to her channel, she has a channel. She doesn't have much there, but what she has on there is the flooding of Italy. And I'm going to take this down now because that's deterring me here. And the flooding of Italy has left a lot of silt and clay and mud behind. She took amazing video and downloaded it. I think she dropped a couple this morning that I have not seen yet. But Giovanna, please, sending love and my positive thoughts to Italy and to you and all the people who are involved in this. Many years ago, we had a hurricane called Hurricane Irene. And we had Hurricane Irene and Hurricane Sandy. Now, Hurricane Sandy was the following year after Irene, and that mostly displaced the southern part of New York State by the city. Well, I live up in the Catskills, so Irene hammered the Catskills. I house an entire block, like the road, I shouldn't say block, the road. My parents' road where I grew up, right, on weekends, because I was a city girl, but they had that house on the weekends. That whole block had to be evacuated, and they evacuated to my house. And they were here until family can pick them up or we can make arrangements, and some stayed longer. But in any case, in that hurricane, my parents basically lost everything in the house. All that was standing was the house. The garage was down the street. Every part, the driveway was a giant hole where it used to be the septic. Literally just came up. We don't even know where it went. It was a giant hole. I told them they should make it a swimming pool. And everything. And when you walked into the house had like mounds and mounds of mud and silt. So when I saw Giovanna post those pictures of the mud and silt and everyone cleaning it up, it just brought me back to that time in my life, and I know how hard it is, and I know those volunteers are everything to anyone who has to go through that. We had a ton of volunteers help shovel out mud out of the house. My parents did rebuild. Um, and they did, after rebuilding, when my mom retired, she did sell it. So we don't have that home anymore. She just didn't want to ever have to go through all that, especially, my mom was, widowed. So at that, recently widowed when she sold the property. So I can't blame her, right? Because they're saying with everything, we're getting stronger storms, and she just didn't want to be in that predicament again. But I just want to give you my heartfelt that I'm praying for, the recovery and the cleanup. And I'm so happy you came, Giovanna, because I have really been thinking about you in that community. So I'm so happy that you came, and even if it's a little bit, just to come on here, it's made my day, because I really, 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 it brought me to that time. And if it wasn't for the volunteers helping us, and food and all that, it just makes a difference. So thank you for keeping us posted on that. We are all thinking about you and your community. And Giovanna says, thanks to everyone who has been following my ordeal. I'm hoping, Giovanna, that you can do a live either with me, or I know you go on Debbie's or something. I would love to hear your story, hear your whole thing. When I did go, because of course have now had to go to 2 disastrous hurricanes. The first one was here. The second one was in Puerto Rico. I had just left the island when the hurricane was coming. So I was not on the island when it hit. I had just left about a week prior to it. But going back to that home and seeing the devastation, we did not have mud. We were very, very lucky. We did, I don't know. I don't know if the man upstairs, or the woman upstairs, or whoever's upstairs, right? Whatever you believe. I don't want to get into that. Whatever you believe, like, was looking down and saying, we cannot destroy another one of their homes. So we were lucky. And because we were lucky, and we knew we were lucky because the person who was watching the house told me we were, I took a month off of school, and my honey and I went down, and we helped everyone, right? Because I got help. My parents got help when we needed it. So I went down. My honey had to fix the roof. That was a little thing, a minor thing that we had to fix at the house. But we went down there mostly with tools, material, lights, backup generators, water, you name it. I had it in my suitcase, or I had it shipped down to Puerto Rico. And I had wonderful sponsors that shipped stuff for me. So I had it when I landed. I had wonderful staff members that just flooded me with, converters and all kinds of things to generate power with down there. So I was able to volunteer and help those people who were not as fortunate. And I got to tell you, Giovanna, I can't even say. I'm going to go on and on about it, because I'm just sending all my positive thoughts to you. I totally understand too. We lost everything in Hurricane Harvey. So my heart goes out to you, and I'm praying for you. Hurricane Helene is next one coming up the Gulf Coast. I know, every time I hear it, I panic because of everything I'm seeing. Yesterday, we got both electricity and internet back. Well, that's wonderful. I want to make a full video putting together all that I have filmed together. This is Giovanna. I'm just reading here. I would love to be in a live with you. That would be great. I would love that to happen. I will have to figure out I don't know if you know my email, Giovanna. It's pastryqueen13 at gmail.com. Gmail.com. I would love for you to come and tell us your experience. Sometimes talking about it helps. And I think we should all know what's going on around the world, right? It's not only about the United States, it's also about the world. So with that, I'm closing on positive notes. Everybody, Giovanna, take care of yourself and everyone in your community, right? Because that's what we do. And everyone, take care of yourself, especially if you're in the Gulf Coast and you have a storm coming. Please, please, please follow the instructions. You may not want to evacuate. You may not want to leave your home and everything you have. Believe me, I had to tear my parents away from their house, and it was a good thing I did. They would have not survived. So please, if you're in a path of any kind of storm upcoming, take those warnings and take care of yourself. Dawn wants to go to retreats. Oh my goodness. So just take care of yourself. That's all I can say. Please, on your way out, if you have time, please hit that like button, that thumbs up button. I would so appreciate that. And have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, I don't know, share my channel. Let people know I'm out there. And if you want, that promo code works for all week this week for Soft Squares. Take care. Bye.